Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm the Trauma Gamer, and in this video we are continuing with our series on designing a submarine using your comments and suggestions. I did end up getting a comment on the introduction video to the series that says, make the submarine have a dildo shape. Before we enter the submarine editor, however, I would like to spend some time kind of sketching and do some brainstorming for how the submarine should look like. So here we are in paint.net, the software we're going to be using for sketching the submarine. And so the comment to make the submarine have a dick shape is very interesting because um, for one, it's very simple, yet also there are so many ways in which it can be interpreted. For example, the easiest way to make the submarine would likely be to make it oriented in uh, either the vertical direction or the horizontal direction, either pointing from left to right, or the opposite way, or vertically up or down. If you allow me to demonstrate, if we, for example, want to make it horizontal and point it uh, to the right, then I guess if we make it really simple, it will look something like this. But we of course have to decide on a number of things. For example, um, this is just one way of doing it. A lot of things that also depend on where exactly we want to place the engines, if we want to place them into um, the balls, or if we want to have say um, the machinery room in the tip. So another way of maybe that we could design the submarine to make it look possibly less bland, but which will also kind of complicate things, is maybe to add kind of more detail possibly in the shape. So maybe something like this, which would of course be more complex because we would need to make it out of multiple segments. Um, So that would make it more complex. Also, trying to fit inside the rooms inside will be kind of difficult. So I think that the best way to do it for now is to kind of stick with um, a more basic design that is either horizontal or vertical. But like I said before, there are many ways we could design the submarine. For example, one idea that I had for it was, for example, to make it horizontal like this. Have the machinery room in here. Uh, Possibly add some detail, maybe, and then have two balls, and possibly have the guns pointing out of the balls. Um, and we could potentially have, I don't know, like a bridge for controlling the submarine up here, um, or maybe we could place like uh, a railgun at the tip of the, of the submarine, um, or that can possibly be an airlock. It depends on which one is kind of more the funniest, which one is most requested. Um, of course, you guys can comment on this if you have suggestions. Which method do you guys prefer? But for now, I'm going to stick with this shape. It's probably the easiest one, and we can see where that takes us afterwards. So now that we're in the submarine editor, we want to go into structures, or actually instead we might want to find uh, a door so that we can get an idea of scale and be able to build the submarine to approximately fit. One thing that I have not exactly decided on yet is whether I should design it as having two floors or a single floor. Um, a single floor submarine will take less time to design, but also there might be some difficulties fitting everything in while also keeping the proportions somewhat accurate. So yeah, but I think for now I'll go with a single floor design because that's going to be easiest and fastest. And also this isn't the definite version. You guys can comment if you like this, if you don't. So yeah, I'll go ahead and build a simple kind of enclosure here. Um, Next we want to, no, that's searching for a panel that will give us a curve, but that will not be too drastic. Yeah, I think that this might be okay. So right now I'm thinking that this might be the machinery. Actually, actually, um, I've changed my mind. If we place the tip here, and if say we add a window, then what we can have is a weird looking design where the crew and potentially the captain can look out of the tip of the penis. So for now, this is what I'm gonna go with. Now, um, this is we're already running out of space unless we want to make it super long, which I don't know. I'll make it average sized. Now for designing the balls, it's probably gonna be really difficult because that is a very specific shape, and given the size of the panels in Barotrauma, this might be a little more challenging to do. Oops. Yep. So I guess I can use these blocks. Maybe. Okay, we're first of all, we're gonna try to build a single ball. See how it looks. Okay. It's not too bad, but also it's a little big. That's a problem. So I'm thinking of an idea of something that we could use to rectify this issue. Potentially we could use this, but no, that's again um, better, but still too big. So I think we're gonna have to go with 2 floors actually. Okay, so I'll go ahead and close this off. Also, I know that there are gaps in the hull. That's fine for now. We are just kind of drafting it, getting an idea of how we want it to look. Okay, so that's one ball finished. Second ball, and we might want to delete these panels. We can leave this the way it is. Maybe potentially we can move it up, down, so it doesn't look so that it doesn't overlap so much. Okay, that's fine. Actually, it might not look too bad once we put it in place. Huh. Or maybe we can add some girth to it by maybe doing this weird thing um, where we can have kind of like half a floor which can be used as potentially to hold the ballast in the submarine. So it would look kind of something like hold up. So we can put up a platform that we can stand on. This is looking really weird. We can push this up. And I'm thinking of a way of somehow filling the space. We can use, we can use a simple straight wall to close it, but I don't think that that looks exactly nice. So I might push this down. Okay, so I have figured out that there are some issues with placing the window lower, because in that case we would need to most likely shorten the ballast and have some sort of stairs going down here. or something, um, which would be a bit complicated. I mean, it's doable, but I think that this already looks cursed enough. So, um, actually, I think it's maybe a little too uh, too girthy. So let's narrow it a little. Um, so I think that this is gonna be fine for now. Um, maybe maybe we can change it for this block, which is, however, going to make it asymmetrical, which doesn't look too good in my opinion. So for now, we're sticking with this design, or maybe potentially we might make it less noticeable if we say place this here, and if we have this sort of connect. But it still doesn't get completely rid of this block. So for now, we're keeping it this way. So I think that a good way of using the balls is kind of as the top one is as kind of a raised platform that we can use to place a docking hatch to make docking a little more easy. Um, and potentially this might be an airlock, given how it's low. If someone forgets to close the doors, um, it's just gonna kind of gush out and spill onto the floor, not not really creating a massive tidal wave as kind of um, horizontally opening airlocks tend to do. So, and most likely this place is going to be the bridge that allow the captain to look out, use the window. Um, it is a little bit cramped, so I'm thinking of whether we want to use the navigation terminal, the normal one, or the shuttle navigation terminal, which is a bit smaller in comparison. But I think that that's for another video. So with that, I'll end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please let me know in the comments if there's something you'd rather see in the submarine. Um, Maybe you can even comment on whether you think that it's too girthy, if you think that, or whether you don't agree with me placing the airlock inside this ball. Maybe you think that it might be better to say place it down here and maybe use this for something more unique. I don't know. Um, it's completely optional. Everything is a work in progress. Who knows? We might even have like a wheat growing farm in here just for the lols, I guess. Um, but yeah, let me know. Definitely let me know down in the comments. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.